Hey YouTube, did you miss me? Some of you might remember me as that really quiet girl who made atheist videos ages ago. It's been over 2 years since my last vlog, and so I think I owe you guys a bit of an explanation. For a while, I was pretty active on YouTube and in other atheist circles. Then I kinda just sort of fell off the face of the planet. While there's a plethora of reasons that I could give for this, school, work, moving, student government, and a whole bunch of others, it wouldn't really cover the main reason for my absence. To fully address it, I have to do two things that I'm not typically the most comfortable doing. I'm gonna have to divulge a lot of personal information, and I'm going to have to be somewhat critical of the community I'm a part of. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I have a mental illness. More specifically, I have a severe form of chronic depression that sometimes gets so bad that I develop characteristics associated with psychosis. It's called psychotic major depression, or we're going to shorten it to PMD. I've had this issue for over a decade, and have attempted to manage it in numerous ways. Medication, therapy, group work, inpatient, partial patient hospitalization. I've tried a lot. While I have learned better management skills, it's still an illness that I struggle with and that will likely persist for the rest of my life. This is the reality that I have to live with. Many people don't know the particulars of this type of depression, as most people are only familiar with major depression and dysthymia. PMD is characterized by the periods of psychotic episodes with the severity of the depression, meaning a person with PMD will experience a break from reality during a depressive state, typically resulting in hallucinations and/or delusions. For me, I'm generally depressed, but it has only gotten severe enough to the points of psychotic episode a handful of times. The depression is always there, but in the past few years I've managed to keep the psychotic episodes at bay. I've done this mostly with the help of skepticism. Now, I've been an atheist for longer than I've been a skeptic, and while I did have some of the tools of skepticism, my time in the atheist community helped me refine and develop those tools. It's through the aid of skepticism and evidence-based reasoning, I think, that has helped me better manage my mental illness. Before, I had very few ways to tell if my thoughts and perceptions were a reflection of reality or a product of my illness. It's hard when your brain is in the midst of it to be able to see that you're sick. Because of the verification methods that I've learned through skepticism, along with lots of practice, I've been better able to catch that descent early and seek help before it got out of hand. This is something the atheist community has helped me with, and it's truly been a life changer. But it comes at a cost. There is a prominent theme within the atheist community of comparing and claiming religious belief to that of mental illness, most notably illnesses with similar characteristics as mine. While a lot of these critiques of religion are phrased in more polite manners, the vast majority are not done so. The vast majority of the view of religion as a mental illness has simply been to insult religious believers. In fact, in many circles, the notion of their religious belief being a mental illness is typically used as the biggest insult a non-believer uses against a believer. There are many issues with this notion, which I might eventually go into further. But as it relates to my absence, there really is only one. Simply put, why would I want to be a part of a community who views my existence as the biggest insult they can muster? Living with a mental illness is already a challenge. Every day is a struggle with my mind. I already have to combat the minefield of destructive thoughts simply to navigate through my existence. It takes constant vigilance and is exceedingly draining, but it's what I have to do in order to still function with my illness. It's not made any easier when I'm considered the biggest insult to the groups of people you simply disagree with. I am not an insult. So as much as I did like the atheist community, it became far too toxic for my own mental health, which is a shame, really, since it's the atheist community who helped me develop some of the skills that helped me better manage my illness. It's a double-edged sword, and it's hard to see the positive outweighing the negative in this case. Still, I don't think the community at whole is a loss. Hence why I'm making this video today. I think there's still a lot of things that need to be addressed within the community, and that there's plenty of issues we need to work on. But I'm still optimistic that the community can become a welcoming place to all people, not just neurotypical white heterosexual males. I'm still on the fence as to whether to make a full return to YouTube or not, or even to the atheist community as a whole. However, this is still a conversation that I feel is important to have. Hopefully, it will help the community grow as a whole. Anyway, thanks for watching.